Hello everyone, let's get started today. Here's your warm-up. Take about 2 minutes to do so. All right, let's come back. We have our coefficients, our constants, and our variables. We want to get all of our variables and constants to one side, so we're going to be subtracting 5. The reason we're subtracting 5 is because that's a positive 5, and we're going to undo that by subtraction. We're going to drop the negative 3x, and then we're equal to negative 34, right? Now we can see that we have our variables on one side and our constants on another. Last step here is we have negative 3 times x. To undo that, we do division, so we divide by negative 3 on both sides, and we're left with x equals 11.3 repeating. You could also have x equals 11 and 1/3. Both of those answers are fine. All right, example 1. Again, we have our variables and our constants. Remember, the sign sticks with that number. And what we're doing is we're moving our constants to one side and our variables to the other. I actually want to move the minus 10. I want to move the minus 10 because I like adding instead of subtracting, so I know since it's a minus 10, I'm going to add 10 to both sides. Again, my constants and constants line up. Make sure your equal sign drops straight down. If you need a line, keep that line. If you don't, it's fine, but the equal sign should stay exactly where it is. The negative 10 and the positive cancel out. We are left with 5x. We have 4 plus 10, which is 14, plus 3x. Here again, we're looking at, we have the variable 3x, we have the variable 5x, and we have the constant 14. So if all of our constants are on one side already, which is the 14, right? It's all alone on the left. That means we have to move our variables to the right. So to move the positive 3x away from the positive 14, we're going to subtract 3x from both sides, right? We're treating it just like a number. And we are left with 14 because 3x minus 3x is 0, and 5x minus 3x is 2x. And now we have officially our constants on one side and our variables on the other. So here we're going to divide by 2, and we get x equals 7. Done. You can write x equals 7 either way, but those are correct. Nice. Let's take another look. I saw some of you, I changed this one from the original style. So in your PDF document, it might be a little different, but I wanted to address this because some of you made this mistake. So this time it's a little different on both sides. Here we have the variable 7x on the left. Don't know why that's not doing that, so I'm just gonna, excuse me one second. I'm gonna use circles. So 7x and 3x, right? And then we also have our constants, which is negative 6, negative 2, and positive 8. The difference here is we have more than one constant on one side. So I saw some of you do this. You added 2 and added 2. That's incorrect. You only do the inverse operation when you're going to the opposite side of the equal sign. If you are on the same side of the equal sign, you just combine the like terms like normal. You do negative 2 plus 8, which is positive 6. You just leave it exactly the same as is. And now you have a better setup than you did before. Right? So now we can start moving things. I'm going to add 6 to both sides. That's just my decision. I see the minus 6 and I like to add, so I'm going to add to both sides. I drop my equal sign. I'm left with 3x plus 12 and then 7x. So now I have my variable on both sides, constants on the other. I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. And now I have 4x equals 12. So now I'm in the great position that we like to be in. So now it's 4 times x, so I'm going to divide by 4 to both sides, and we're going to be left with x equals 3. One last bit, of course, I didn't do this in the last video, but you can always check your work. To check your answer, you're going to rewrite your equation, then you're going to plug in what you got for x, which is 3. So it'd be 7 times 3 minus 6 equals 3 times 3 minus 2 plus 8. And then what you're going to do is you're going to evaluate on each side. So on the left side, we have 7 times 3, which is 21 minus 6. On the right side, 3 times 3, which is 9, minus 2 plus 8. Of course, we're using the order of operations. So we have 21 minus 6, which is 15. Then you have 9 minus 2, which is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. Since both sides are equal to each other, x equals 3 is correct. Okay, you're going to be finishing this entire worksheet, so you got problems 1 through 7. And then lastly, you have this exit ticket, so please follow the instructions carefully. You have to submit something on Google Classroom. Have a wonderful day.